Let's do Good Night Ladies, which has that same eighth dotted quarter note syncopation figure. Ooh, look, a different key signature. Did you catch the different key signature? Always, always look into the key signature before you try to play anything. What's my saying? Always look at the key signature before you play. Similarly to always check to see if there's water before you dive into the pool. Don't want to make that mistake. You'd maybe make it once. Good Night Ladies. In the key of concert E flat major. Here goes. And we're in 2/4 time too. So that changes nothing as far as downbeats and upbeats. Just changes how many times you tap your foot per measure. Here we are. And 1, 2, ready, go. So you feel that down up on that syncopation. One and. There it is. This time it's all you. Actually, we'll go one time together and then it's all you. Ready?
4.26. Good Night Ladies. There are 2 measures of 2/4 time in the count-off.
Why, thank you. Now you go. Nice. Whoa! What's going on? Different camera angle. Oh, and different clothing. It's almost as if this was filmed on a different day. Anyway, we are all warmed up. Hopefully, you're warmed up. We'll have a whole discussion about warm-ups on one of these chapters. But let's go on, shall we? Flutes, you've got a new note. And so does the oboe. New note, E flat. And it's a low note. It's a low E flat. So take a close look at that fingering that you have here for going to Kentucky. New note, bottom line, E flat. Thumb on your left hand, first, second, and third finger on your left hand, and on your right hand, first, second, third, and your pinky. So that's your low E flat. Isn't this interesting? Anyway, so you found your new fingering, you found your new note. Flutes, play your new note E flat. It's going to sound like this. Only way higher for you and more like a flute. Let's hear it. Whoa, that sounded super duper fantastic. How about we play a little Going to Kentucky? Now, it starts with a pickup note on beat 2. It says allegro. Allegro. That's the tempo marking. What do we know about allegro? We've seen that one before. Is it a slower tempo, a medium tempo, or a faster tempo? If you said a faster tempo, that is correct. So, speaking of the medium and slower tempos, we've learned a couple of those. One that they use for a slower tempo, largo. Remember largo, somewhat slower tempo. Moderato, more of a medium tempo. And then this one, allegro. So, pick up note on beat 2. Ooh, and look at the second complete measure. There's that 8th dotted quarter rhythm that we were working on last time. Remember how to count that. one and, one and. And then a couple of bars later, you see dotted quarter note first, followed by the eighth note. So same amount of metric space, but that rhythm is just reversed. So we've got the dotted quarter note first, and then the eighth note. One and, one, two, and, one, two, and. So your foot would be going down, down, up, right? One and two and one and two and down, up, down, down, up. The second upbeat would be where you would play that eighth note. So let's see how we sound on Going to Kentucky. 1, 2, 1. How'd you do? Did you remember the repeat sign? And did you remember, look at how many beats are in that last measure, the measure with the repeat sign? Only one beat. Why was that? Because of the pickup note. Remember, when you have a pickup note, you have to borrow that beat from a different place. So they borrowed it from the last measure, giving us the same number of beats per measure, only happening kind of in two different places. You know how that all works out. So now let's play with the recording one time, shall we?
.27, Going to Kentucky. There are 3 beats in the count-off.
Now it's your turn. Good job. So, remember that term that we used last week when we were talking about this rhythm? It was a 4-syllable word that starts with S. Did you get it? Syncopation? Yes, indeed. That's an important musical term. It's an important musical concept, and it happens a lot in music that we play. You know what else happens a lot? A lot of these folky tunes, you know, they have different titles and I'm assuming different words, but they're very much the same melodies used for different things. For instance, Going to Kentucky. Doesn't it sound a lot like the song that you sing about 99 bottles, and if one of those bottles should happen to fall, 98 bottles of something on the wall? And but from different parts of the country, they're different melodies or different words. Going to Kentucky. I wish I knew what the words to Going to Kentucky were. You know who would know what the words to Going to Kentucky are? My Uncle Beauregard. Uncle Beauregard Handford, who he lives in Louisville. Let's see if we can get him on the phone here. Uncle Beauregard. It's been a while. It's ringing. I'll get it, Belvedere. Hello. Hi, Uncle Beauregard. Guess who? Wow, mercy me, and I do declare there's a voice I haven't heard in a month of Sundays. How's every little thing out there in the great Northwest?
Oh, living the quarantine dream out here in Montana.
So, Uncle Beauregard, listen, are you familiar with the old tune, Going to Kentucky? Well, land sakes, I used to sing that tune when I was knee-high to a grasshopper, still wet behind the ears. Heavens to Murgatroyd, I know that song like the back of my hand. Really? Hey, well, I figured as much. What are the words? Could you share those with us, do you think? Well, let's see. I'm going to Kentucky, going to the fair, to see the senoritas with flowers in their hair. Oh, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it all you can. Shake it like a milkshake and do the best you can. Oh, rumba to the bottom, rumba to the top. Rumble, rumble.
I think
until
that
you
gives
want
us the
to
idea.
drop. Don't want, overexert yourself, No, certainly not. That would be a pity. Oh, Belvedere, sir, when you do get the chance, a little more lemonade. Well, hey, listen, Uncle Beauregard. I'll let you go now. Thank you for sharing with us, and thanks for all your help. It's really good to hear your voice. Oh, nonsense, my boy. Think nothing of it. And you do give a big hug to those two pretty little things that you're all quarantined up with. I'll do that. All righty. Yeah.
Y'all take care now.
Bye-bye. I'm going to Kentucky. Good old Uncle Beauregard. What a character. Well, way to go, folks. Kind of brings us to the end of page 32. We'll pick up there for some more fun next time. And as we're getting closer to page 33, there's some songs on here that are full band arrangements. We just might be doing some virtual ensemble playing with. So check those out on your own, and I'll catch up to you real soon. Have fun.